Hello, 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 and welcome everybody to the Black Boss channel. I am Jeff Lightsey Jr. here. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button on your way in. Thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. And don't forget, the All Black National Convention takes place October 29th through November 1st down in Orlando, Florida at the Omni Resort. Be sure to get your tickets at allblacknationalconvention.com. That is allblacknationalconvention.com. So today I am here to talk about Kanye West. Kanye West is making some major moves that to me haven't been getting the attention that they deserve and could potentially be very beneficial to our community. Now, it depends on what direction he goes in. And, no matter how you feel about Kanye West, and you can feel the way you feel about him for whatever reasons, whether it's the Trump thing or the one time he said slavery was a choice, which was just insane or whatever, right? Well, however you feel about Kanye West, one thing that we cannot deny is that he is very inspirational, right? Kanye West has a story of will and determination and betting on yourself. And Kanye bet on himself from the very jump, right? You got to remember, Kanye West's mother was a doctor. She was Dr. Donda West, and she was a professor at a college. And Kanye dropped out of college because he said he wanted to be a rapper. He said he wanted to be in the hip hop space. He wanted to be in the hip hop industry. He said he wanted to be more than just a music producer, which he was really, really good at. Like, he was the best music producer, but that wasn't good enough for him. He was never satisfied. In every step of his career, he was never satisfied. And I find that very, very inspirational. So the latest venture that Kanye has decided to embark upon is it looks like he is going to start not one, but two schools. The first one will open up in Los Angeles. It will be called the Donda Academy. I'm going to read to you some from a Revolt article first, and then we'll go over to Yahoo News. It says Kanye West is plotting to open his own private school between Moore Park and Simi Valley, California. Let's see, it looks like he's acquiring a 4-acre space on Tierra Rajad Road to launch his Donda Academy. According to leasing information, blah, 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 he'll get the property. It's 5,700 square feet. Kanye plans for Donda Academy was announced in September. It says, quote, Donda Academy, finding the intersection between faith and innovation of the future. Donda Academy is focused on equipping students with an education that will last for in the ever-changing world. Let's see, Donda Academy will be a tuition-free K-12 private school open to 60 students. The school will reportedly offer computer science, STEM, Japanese, and physical education courses. With the academy, Ye hopes to honor the late academic legacy of his mother, Donda West, who was an educator. As I said, she was Dr. Donda West that tragically passed away. So this is really cool, right? Because it has a lot of great layers. One is tuition. It's a private school that's tuition free. Two, it is diving into the ever-changing world of technology. Whether we love it, hate it, or indifferent about it, technology is here to stay. Technology is only going to continue to increase, right? Our consumption, the way we do business, the way we acquire property, the way we acquire assets, the way we create multiple streams of income is all via technology, right? Whether it's in the digital space, whether it's, transferring money, crypto, NFTs, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, all of these things are taking place all in the tech space. And so the fact that Kanye School will focus on the tech space is very, very interesting. It's very, very smart. What's also really cool about this is the Japanese aspect, right? Because we know in Japan and also in China, they focus really heavy on what? Technology. They focus really, really heavy. If we go over to Japan or we go over to China, we see the technological advances, specifically in Japan, that are taking place over there. It looks like, they're leaving the US in the dust, right? So that is interesting to see Kanye doing something like that in the city of Los Angeles. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Let's keep reading. Kanye is also planning to open a school in his hometown of Chicago. After meeting with architects in Berlin, Germany earlier this month, the 44-year-old confirmed to a local news outlet that he's already designed the school in California and is now enlisting to design the school in Chicago. Now, we know that the city of Chicago needs more education than most places, right? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. The city of Chicago needs more education than most places because the city of Chicago is ravaged by crime. It is definitely ravaged by crime that takes place. And Kanye, I think, is a great person to come through and deliver on something like that. So that was from Revolt. Now I'm going to read some from you about what Kanye plans on doing in the tech space outside of just the school, right? So this is from Yahoo News. Let me share my screen on this one. Yahoo News. It says Kanye files Donda trademark for new line of tech products. Now, remember, we just talked about how his schools that he plans to open will be technology based, and technology like really will be the center of what they do in at the school in Los Angeles and at the school in California, or in Los Angeles and at the school in Chicago. So let's read about the tech space and what's taking place with him in the tech business. It says the rap star will expand his business empire with tablets, wearable computers, and audio systems named after his late mother. The innovative rapper, producer, and entrepreneur Kanye West continues his efforts to grow his business empire with a trademark registration named after his late mother. According to TMZ, West filed to use the name Donda for tech products. The report notes that the multi-hypernet star is looking to use the name for tablet computers, audio speakers, and surround sound systems. He also plans to name the wearable computers like smartwatches, smart glasses, activity trackers like a Fitbit, and covers for tablets. Additionally, he has registered the name for earbuds, headphones, and other audio sets. So Kanye is really going, 2 feet in the tech industry. And this is something that we don't see a lot of black people, especially of the high class celebrity, really diving into the tech space. Like a lot of the tech space is left for white folks, right? The Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, the what's his name? The Steve Jobs, like the people that are over in that area. Those are the ones that are really diving into the tech. We don't really see any high class or big name celebrities with money that are diving into this kind of field, right? I remember RIP the late great Nipsey Hussle talked about STEM education and technology and crypto and things like that. He was talking about this back in 2018 before he passed away, really in like 2017 before he passed away. But outside of that, and he was doing it on a minor scale because Nipsey Hussle was pretty much independent for the long run. But most black folks we see, especially of the celebrity class, are into, the champagne. So they're into the liquor business. They're into the music business. They're into, the jewelry business. Not so much actually selling jewelry, but like purchasing a lot of jewelry that's not worth anything, right? After you buy it. The cars, a bunch of exotic cars and stuff, giving a lot of their dollars to white people and not really getting anything in return. Just everything, buying depreciating assets. But to see Kanye West is actually exploring, it's like he's trying to become Apple. Now, this is interesting. I bring up Apple because it says the report notes that the rapper may also be branching off to the media industry, putting the name Donda on books, magazines, journals, brochures, leaflets, pamphlets, and newsletters, and all in the field of music and entertainment. In 2015, the New York Times, West said that he passed on a multi-million-dollar partnership with Apple, of which he has often said he is a fan, particularly of the late founder, Steve Jobs. Now, West named his album after Donda West, and like I talked about the schools that are taking place. But see, here's why we can all draw inspiration from Kanye West. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Because, like I said, however you feel about Kanye West, he is the ultimate sign. He is the ultimate symbol. He is the ultimate, whatever you want to call it, of determination, manifestation, and just fucking hard work, man. Like, it's just about hard work. Because the thing is, you can manifest, you can pray to God, you can do everything, shout and scream to the highest of highs, and you can hit the rock bottom lowest of lows. But the only way to truly rise up is to get up off the ground, wipe yourself off, and get to work. And that's what Kanye has done. Think about it. Kanye had everything in the world for him to be successful. Not in the field of music, of course. No. Not in the field of music. I mean, everything. His mother was a college professor. His mother was Dr. Donda West. So he had, every way. He had the lane to go to college. He had the system that would allow him to garner education. And he said, man, that's not what I want to do. I want to pursue my passion, but not only pursue my passion, but monetize off the passion that I make. And every single thing that Kanye seems to be a part of seems to turn to gold, right? He was the best beat maker in hip hop for like 10 years, right? And he might still be top notch, one of the best. But all the Jay-Z beats from the Blueprint and from the Black Album and all those other guys, Common, Talib Kweli, Cameron, all of these people had the beats of Kanye West, and they were going gold and platinum and multi-platinum and 3 times platinum and all this stuff because Kanye. But he wasn't satisfied. He's like, okay, I'm making beats, I'm doing all right, but I want to be a rapper. He finally gets his shot to be a rapper, and he becomes one of the biggest rappers in the history of music. He didn't just become dang, he's a good rapper. Like, he's a producer that's actually a pretty good rapper, No, he became one of the best rappers in the history of music, right? In the history of hip hop, right? But he didn't want to stop there. He went on, remember when he went on Sway? He went on Sway in the morning and he was like, I'm Pablo Picasso, I'm Da Vinci, I'm Walt Disney, I'm Steve Jobs, right? He said he's all these famous artists, right? And people were looking at him like, yo, this dude is nuts. Like, what is going on? What is happening? What is wrong with bro? And he goes to Nike, or maybe this was even before, or maybe that interview was after he goes to Nike, but he goes to Nike. He gets with them. He creates a shoe that is the most popular shoe in the history of Nike. Look it up. The Yeezy Red Octobers or any of the Yeezys made with Nike are the most, like, you can look on the resale value, whether it's on GOAT, whether it's on eBay, whether it's whatever your favorite sneaker resale app, sneaker resale website or whatever. Look up what the Red October Yeezys go for. They're the most popular shoe in the history of Nike. Look it up. This is what Kanye said. And in one of his verses after, like, basically when he found out, when he realized all his shoes were like, he would sell them for like $200 or $300 and they were reselling for like 10 grand, right? 20 grand, 15 grand or whatever. He was like, the Yeezys jumped over the Jumpman because they sold out faster than Michael Jordan's. Yeah, that's what he did. And when Nike wouldn't give him a partnership, they just wanted to treat him like an employee, even though his shoes were more popular than Michael Jordan's, who was a partner of Nike. He's no longer an employee, he's a partner. Then he left. And I think that's when he went on Sway and did the big rant, right? Did the big rant. And then his assistant, Virgil Abloh, now has a huge brand in Off-White, is a partner with Nike while also being the creative director of Louis Vuitton. So that's the Kanye Impact. So he leaves Nike. He gets with Adidas. Adidas says, hey, man, we'll make you a partner. Why did Ye want to be a partner? Because he knew the money was in being a partner. He knew the money wasn't in being an employee. He knew the money was being a partner. Let's think about this. The owners, let's use sports, for example, because I love sports. The owners in the NBA are partners with who? The NBA. This is a partnership. They're not, the NBA isn't the owners' bosses. The NBA is partners with the owners, right? The employees are the players and everyone who works for the organization, of course, but the employees are the players. Kanye was like, Phil Knight, if you're the NBA, I'm trying to be an owner, like Jordan, like LeBron, like those. I'm not trying to be an employee. Because I bring too much. I'm worth more than being an employee. Just like the owners are worth more than the players. And whether it's net value, money, whatever. He's like, I'm worth more than an employee. So I should be a partner. And Nike was like, nah, dog, you're an employee. So what does Kanye do? He says, all right, packs up his stuff, starts all over with Adidas. Because Adidas is like, hey, we'll make you a partner. Because think about this. Adidas, for those of you who don't know, when Kanye joined Adidas, Adidas was pretty much fizzling out. in the United States. Let me not say as a company, but in the United States, Adidas was pretty much fizzling out. Adidas had Reebok. They recently sold it to like Shaq and his partnership group, but they had Reebok that had floundered. They were losing universities, like so big way Nike, Jordan, all these different brands, they make a lot of money because they have these deals with universities, with colleges, Under Armour, whoever. And Adidas was losing a lot of colleges. They had lost Notre Dame, which is a huge deal. They had lost UCLA, which is a huge deal. They had lost a lot of schools, right? So they were kind of getting out of business, a lot of their business in the United States. They had a few NBA players, the Derrick Roses, the Damian Lillards, James Harden, I want to say, but they really weren't signing a bunch of new NBA players. And they were kind of focusing, their main moneymaker for the company Adidas is overseas with the soccer players, with the Ronaldo, so with the Messis, with the international soccer game or football. That's where they make most of their bread and butter. And then in the track and field space, some of the track and field space, not all of it, but some of it internationally. So they were kind of getting out of the United States space, especially in, like I said, in college athletics and in basketball shoes, right? They were going to keep their guys, but they weren't really adding people to the roster until Kanye comes aboard. Because when Kanye comes aboard and brings the Yeezys, the Yeezy concept, well, then Adidas exploded. It did, because the Yeezys, like Kanye said, he said, I am the draw. People come for my designs, for me, and I should be a partner. Adidas makes him a partner, and it explodes. He becomes a billionaire. And now he's claiming that he's worth $6 billion. And that may or may not, we do know he is a billionaire. That was confirmed. And whether he's worth $6 billion, I don't know. But that is a lot of money. And why? Because the Yeezys are that popular. And so because of the popularity of the Yeezys, Kanye owns 100% stake in the Yeezys, right? The reason why Adidas is willing to do the deal, because if it flops, it's like, okay, if it flops, so, whatever, we don't lose anything. But if it succeeds, as it has succeeded. Now Adidas is back in the U.S. in the basketball game. They've signed guys like Trae Young. They've signed Donovan Mitchell. They've signed these other guys since Kanye has come aboard. And those guys have signature shoes. And now they've gotten more colleges, right? They've been able to expand and grab a couple of schools, right? Because the schools and the players and the kids at the schools want to wear Yeezys. They want to be able to have the 700s, the 350s, the Yeezy whatevers, the Yeezy slides, the foam runners. They want to be able to rock that because it's popular. Because of why? Because of Kanye West. So if that isn't a sign, if that isn't what hard work gets you, then I don't know what to tell you. You don't believe me? I was like, oh man, Jeff, you hyping it, man. Kanye not that popular. Guys aren't really, doing kind of crazy stuff to get with Kanye. Guys aren't leaving their families, to go to Kanye schools. Guys aren't really, in colleges or even high schools. Because remember, Kanye's now starting a school. Leaving their families, leaving their hometowns to go to his prep school. You don't believe me? Okay, well, I wouldn't believe me neither if it was just all talk, right? What does this headline read? One of Indiana's top basketball players transferring to the new Kanye West-backed prep school. One of Indiana's top basketball players transferring to the new Kanye West-backed prep school. That looks like some moves are being made. Let's read about it a little bit. Let's take a dive into it. One of the state's top basketball prospects is leaving for prep school. Jalen Hooks, a 6'7" junior with offers from several Division I colleges, averaged 11 points, 8 rebounds. As a sophomore at Crispus Attucks, plans to attend Donda Academy, a new private school in Simi Valley, California that is financially backed by Kanye West. Hooks says it's a great opportunity. It's just one of those things I can't pass up. It was more of a family decision too. All of us just felt like it was a chance to reach my full potential and grow and get ready for the college level. Hooks ranks number 52 in the nation as a player. It wasn't something I was too blindsided by, as is his coach. Hooks has scholarships from IUPUI, DePaul, Georgia, Illinois, LSU, and etc. So yeah, that's what's taking place with Kanye West. That's what's taking place with his school. That's what's taking place across the country right now. Now, here's what's interesting. Now, somebody says I would never send my kid to King Ray Pot says I would never send my kid to his school. You know, like I said, I'm not one to tell you. I'm not the bearer of Kanye, good or bad news. I'm here to tell you that this could be a supreme opportunity for our people. Now, you got to remember, at this California school, there's only 60 spots. Well, if they plan on fielding a basketball team, that's 12 to 15 guys. So you're talking about 12 to 15. Oh, I would. No, I tweaked. I'm sorry about King Ray Potts. He said I would send my kid to that school. That's 12 to 15 guys. So we're talking about, there's only 60 spots at this school, right? Remember, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. There's only 60 spots at this school. So if you plan on fielding a basketball team, that's 12 to 15 guys right there. So we're talking about realistically 35 spots for students. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an all-boys school or what. They didn't say any of that kind of stuff in the reports. Now, 12 to 15 guys, I imagine out of those 15, say we're just going to give it 15, 10 to 12 of those guys are going to be black, right? And why is this significant? It's not significant just for the sports aspect, although that's really cool, right? It's going to be really cool to see a Kanye West-led basketball team, a Kanye West-led school, but the education of the black man, the education of the black child, the education of the black woman, the education of the black girl, the education of our people diving into the STEM industry, diving into the technology industry. See, one of the biggest problems, a huge problem of the black community, right, is that if you get to talking too black, or you get to talking too anti the establishment on these airwaves, on the internet, on certain social media sites, you get flagged, right? You get flagged, you get banned. You get suspended, your accounts get deleted, you get censorship, right? And there's not a lot of black-owned social media platforms in general. So when you get censored off the major platforms, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the whatever, you don't really have a secondary place to go. You don't really have a secondary place to go and spread the message and get the message out to the good people. Get the word out to the people that need to hear it because you've been censored off certain platforms. But having more children go into the STEM industry, having more of our children being up to date on the latest technology, having more children understanding the world of crypto and how that's about to explode, understanding the world of DeFi and how that's about to explode, understanding how this technology, money transfers, establishing more than one form of income. Because that's what Kanye West does. If this school is going to be molded in the image of Kanye West, which I imagine that's why it's so small, 60 students, then they're going to get a lot of education of manifestation, hard work, determination, willpower, multiple streams of income, learning how to build economic wealth. Now, Dr. Donda West was a highly educated lady, but she wasn't a rich lady. She wasn't a very wealthy lady. She was wealthy in knowledge, wealthy in spirit. But one thing Kanye did for his family and for the next generation is he became wealthy monetarily. And with wealth comes power, and with power becomes ways that you can create opportunities. See, people make it seem like having money is a bad thing. Having money is not a bad thing. Having money, having economic power allows you to create opportunities for others. It allows you to create other opportunities for others. Like, think about this. When you establish something or create a platform, I'm talking to a lot of you all because of the platform that was offered to me by someone who created wealth. Someone black who created wealth and is now helping me do the same thing. And that is what I hope the goal of Kanye's Donda Academy, both in Los Angeles and the future one in Chicago, are able to do. Because one thing Kanye did, this is black labor, white wealth. But Kanye read Powernomics. Kanye understands economic power. Kanye knows the teachings of Dr. Claude. He understands the teachings of Dr. Claude Anderson. He knows. He's not immune to it. He's read it. He's tweeted about it. He's literally tweeted about it. and introduced a world of people to Dr. Claude Anderson. And so if you're able to establish those powernomic concepts into children, even if it's just 60 at a time, those children will be the next world leaders. Those children will be able to push our race, our people forward. And you will spark the minds that will also do the same thing. What King Randall's doing down in Georgia, he's already sparking other interest across the country. People want to do what he's doing. They want to do for self. We're getting there, guys. The slow and steady wins the race. It's slow and it's steady, but it's happening right now. And more of it will be happening down in Orlando, Florida at the All Black National Convention. I hope to see you guys there. Once again, I'm Jeff Lighty Jr. with the Black Boss Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to follow me on Twitter at JLighty7 on Twitter, we have conversations like this all the time. And also on Facebook, Jeff Lighty Sports on Facebook, Jeff Lighty Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Peace.